So there was a question in the modern media group about how you actually can use Easy Worship to do custom lower thirds to do like scripture, or we use it for our church to do the points that the pastor does. And so I can show you, we've been doing it for about maybe 8 months or so on live stream with OBS. So I'll just quickly show you how you can set up Easy Worship and OBS to use it to overlay the graphics on that. So here. So this is Easy Worship 7. The question was to use older versions of Easy Worship, and really the only difference on this is the fact that you're going to use the capture of the second display to do that. So really, I'll just see the option here in the settings. The only difference between Easy Worship 7 and the other older versions is Easy Worship 7 has the option to bring it in over NDI, which is a great way of bringing it into OBS with the NDI source. But when you don't have that option, then what you're going to do is you're obviously going to use one of the displays that you have attached to the computer. Obviously, with the with Easy Worship, you have to have two displays like that. So we'll just set this so that it'll go to display 2, and then we'll set that to go through onto the second display on that. So we'll just close that down. Then the next thing that you need to do is get some sort of graphic that's going to be the background of your lower third. And generally I've got this one here that is just a torn lower third that I found online. And then this is going to be it's basically a full screen graphic, and then I have black as the background that I'm going to key out, and then the rest of it here is going to stay on the screen, and over top of that is where I'm going to put the scripture and the points that the pastor has and things like that. So what we do is you're just going to, I hope you know that how to already import media into the source. So it's already imported here in as an image there on there in the image library there. Then the next thing that I like to do is you can create one for the presentations, but I like to go in under themes, and then I create a presentation template for this. And so I've got a theme called lower third presentation template for the torn lower thirds. And if I go in and actually edit that, so we'll right click on it and we'll edit this template. And then what we would do is we're going to create the template here, go to our inspector, and we're going to click on the inspector of this, and we're going to change the background to the lower third. So we're going to change it to a media fill of the lower third. So we just select here under the images, and then we find the lower third, and then it will create the background of the lower third there. Then once you do that, you've got the background. So it will, once you set the background for one of them, it will set it to all of the slides there, like so. And then after you do that, then you're going to actually go in and change the size of the boxes here to make it fit inside the area here, so that the text that is there is going to be inside the lower third in the background there. Once you do that, there's the layouts for the title content. This one is for the title and subtitle, so you just move things down so that it all fits in the lower third area there. This one is just for the title and for the points, and then you can, this one is just for the points, and again you're just making the boxes there. By default the boxes take up the whole screen, and you just take it and make it so that the box becomes the size of the lower third area in the background. And the last ones that you have, this one is just blank, so you don't need to do anything with that. But the last one is your scripture, and again you're just taking your scripture and you're just making it so that it fits inside there. So once you have that template set up, and it's nice if you have a series. I've created some graphics that will go for a whole sermon series, and so I can reuse that very easily. Then the next thing that you would need to do is you're going to go in and you're going to create presentations based on that template. So here's a presentation that I've already got there. So let's just go in here and I'll just edit the presentation and show you what you can see there. And so you basically just go in and you're going to just edit all of the different slides here on the different points and break it down into the points that will, see, this one's a little, this was an older one there, but you just need to fix it up so that it doesn't go out. But you get the idea. You just make it so that each slide is its own thing there. So we'll just click on that. Okay. And then we'll just actually, here, let's move this, what we want, but let's just put that up on as part of the thing. So then what you'll have is you've got your presentation set up there. You can put scripture, you can put whatever you want on that. And then now I'll switch to the dual screen there so that you can see what is going on the second screen. And then we'll go live here. And then we'll actually bring that over here. So you see that you have the two displays here. This is your secondary one where the presentation is actually going to be there. and then you would just control it. When the pastor moves to the next point, you're just going to be moving it as you would normally on that. And then I will now show you how to capture that second display and chroma key out the black so that it will show only the lower thirds on OBS. In OBS, I've got a scene called Easy Worship Lower Thirds, and I'm just going to add a video source that is going to represent what our program is. We have media source. So I have one that I used before called program, and we'll just click on that. So this is going to be basically what your camera is going to be, and that's going to be your background. So the next thing that you're going to do is over top of that is where you're going to be having your Easy Worship lower thirds. So we'll create this, and this is going to be a display capture. So we'll click on the source of display capture. And we'll call it Easy Worship lower third. Overlay. And then we're going to be using display 2. Okay, so that's got that bringing it in. And so now the thing that you need to do is actually apply a filter on it. So we're just going to filter, and the color that you need to apply and filter out is going to be a color key of black, or you might be able to do a luma key. I've not tried luma, but I usually do a color key, and I'll call it black, and then change it to custom color. What color? Black. Okay, and there we go. So that is all that we need to do. Close that out, and so now we have our lower thirds captured from there. So I'm gonna just show here this side, move this over to that side, and I'm gonna move OBS or Easy Worship over to this side here. So we have OBS on the one side with the program going. So this would be your camera or wherever, however you're going to set that up. And then we can basically go in and change the lower thirds like so. So that is how you can use the display capture. That's a quick and easy way of doing the display capture if you have lower thirds using Easy Worship in the older versions that do not have the ability to do the NDI. I hope you found that useful. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.